So this lady here says Cory Holcomb put his hands on her, and they had some video. Let's see this joint here.
You went to the police back when this happened, filed a police report. It went nowhere. What are you going to do now that there is a video that seems to support at least the fact that you were punched by Cory?
It's it is hard even seeing that right now, um, seeing that playback and having to relive all of this all over again. Um, but it's it's like almost like what.
I mean, what I'm asking is, are you going to pursue legal action again? The cops felt it was like a stalemate when it happened because they had no video. Now they got video. So I'm wondering, are you over it, or are you going to pursue this in court?
I feel like it's
What's the difficult? What's making this so difficult, Christina, to go forward with it?
Oh man, I don't know. I want y'all to tell me how y'all feel about this. You know, they got a video out there, and I want y'all to tell me how y'all feel about this.
I feel like Corey's like threatened or tried to silence me, or like where it's like I've been in fear for my life, literally. Not able to leave the house sometimes, and so I mean, I
I know you say you're in fear for your life. We mentioned the fact that he got a restraining order against you.
We have a restraining order against each other,
And you have one against him as well. Since
because
then,
he brought the liars to court and confused the judge, and we didn't have the video yet. So we literally got the video the day after court, literally. So I never went back to pursue like, oh, let me get an appeal or nothing like that. Like my attorney literally kind of gave up after she was getting defamed in her character and everything. You can see on his how horrible he would speak about me and her, and literally it's horrible, like the way he treats women, the way he talks about us, and then to the point where it's like, really, like you're gonna hit me because I'm telling you about God, and like you need to change your ways, and you know, it's just horrible. Like and then I'm just disappointed in how nothing was done, and I went back to the police station like so many times, and the LA fires were the excuse every time, or no detectives were ever available, ever, for some reason.
Well, but the video changes things. I mean, you know, when it's just your word against his word, it's a stalemate. Now you have the video, so that's why and if you don't want to answer, I'll respect that and back off. But that's why I'm wondering, are you going to go back to the police now, especially since you have mutual restraining orders? And are you going to say, look at this?
Yeah, who needs?
She's saying that it was more to the video than what everybody's seen. She said that he allegedly passed the strap off to somebody before they started recording. And yeah, hey, listen, when you get in position, man, you just like really can't be dealing with everybody. I know Cory got to do his shows, and from the video, it did look as though he put his hands on her. You know, But like, man, when you dealing with everybody, it's like you put yourself in these situations. And she's saying that she was saying something about God. But then later on in this, she said that she was roasting him. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to take from this.
The restraining order. I'm the one who's getting punched.
Well, Harvey, what would you advise?
Oh, I don't want to do that. Because you know, I'm not going. I don't know all the facts, and I will tell you this. The one question I really do have is, and I don't think there's any justification for what he did, because all you're doing when we see the video is talking back and forth.
Roasting, and that's what happens in front of the Improv every Monday for the past 30 years. And we stand out there and roast, but everybody knows in the hood, whoever wants to fight or cry first loses. And he literally lost it.
Well, now he's sad.
So you see how she said that she was talking about God and he couldn't take it. But then she said that she was roasting. I gotta listen to what she's saying. From what I did see from the video, that was crazy. But I'm like, where is she at with this? So it gotta be more to this, man. It gotta be more to this. Yeah, I can't just go off of part of it. It gotta be more to this.
That you went after him first, and it's not seen in the video.
Right. What he actually wrote in his restraining order is that you put hands on him
but
before this video started.
First, so of course he has to like create some crazy story, you know. But basically, at the end of the day, he put his hands on me, and I didn't do anything to him. I didn't nothing. But also, what that video is not showing is the minutes before that. That video really needs to start from when I walk out there initially instead of cut right there, because there's a gun involved that he passed off to another female comedian and was like, oh, go put that up for me before he hit me. So literally, I am fighting with my mouth for my life, roasting this dude, but in the name of Jesus, okay? So I literally said, like, leave me alone. Like, you didn't learn from the last time you tried to, you know, say, he said, I'm a super sock this B. That's what he said initially 6 months prior to that hit. So he finally did what he had been saying he was going to do. He threatened me in June of 2024, before this hit happened in December of 2024. And there's witnesses for that as well. So
what's why, Christina, what started back in June? What started this beef between you? Was it just a roasting that somebody that...
Well, he literally jumped into a conversation I was having with another comedian, and we were having this conversation with that comedian because of what he was doing to another female comedian, making her uncomfortable. So when that guy went off, and, you know, I clown him to silence, but later he's my friend, so I'm like leaving. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna see you tomorrow, friend, you know, on some like, but he literally was on silence and then stood over by Cory Holcomb, and then Cory Holcomb goes, he ain't gotta say you, bitch. And he jumps in my conversation with my friend. So that's how that whole thing started that way in like June of 2024. But there's history going back from like 12, 15 years ago on my radio.
So you had said a few minutes ago that the video, you saw that you got the video just a day after the court hearing for the restraining order.
Yes.
So you have this video. Do you have the longer version where you see somebody brandishing a gun?
Well, that's the thing, is that it was literally sent to my attorney where it's cut right like after he were to pass it off or something like that. So it's like they're
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. Like when people tell the story, when you be all over the place, if something was done to you, you should be able to directly say the story. Like you should be able to tell everybody what happened. I don't know. She's like all over the place for me. And I can't take her what she's saying that serious, as in if she's like being totally truthful. The way she's saying it is like she wants to leave some of it out. She's not straight to the point. If something transpired and you seen a gun, and you should be able to say it all down. This happened, that happened, this was going on, that happened. Like it's the way that she's delivering it to me. It's like you on TMZ and you want the exposure. You know, and I'm just being real. You know, I don't like to be biased when I say certain shit, and I don't like to just go off of because what somebody's saying and you know what this is. It's more to this, and it's like she doesn't want to say it all, so she just wants to try to give these key points about it to try to make it like she didn't have no part. But then she used Jesus and then went to roasting. I don't know how you roast with Jesus. I don't understand that. And maybe somebody else might understand something that I don't understand, but I don't understand how do you roast somebody with Jesus. So, you know, maybe it's something that somebody else might see, you know. Yeah. But I don't get that.
not showing the whole video, and that's what I'm saying. We need the whole video, like from the front when I walk out there initially, like 12:35 or something when I had to, and I was waiting for my car to pull up. My car was arriving soon or whatever.
Right.
It's like that was only a matter of like 8 minutes or something like that of time, but they're literally showing right at the 3 minute mark or something like that, and
Right.
not the whole complete video. But
We got
after, if you look back towards the end, you'll see that that person goes back to go get wherever she hit it from, and you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
It's
Well,
just-
seems like the
we want to
full
see that
video,
full video.
yeah, is going to tell this story.
Thank you so
Christina,
much.
thank you so much.
Really.
Yeah. With that situation, yeah. And I know with people in today's world, they'll spice something up to fit their narrative. I do know that. Today's world, it's like people will say some stuff just to make themselves be always right. Now, the video I did see of Cory putting his hands on her, yeah, he was wrong for that. And I would agree. He's saying she put hands on him. It doesn't justify him putting his hands on her. But something happened more than we know. Cory was wrong for that.
A video has been circulating.
Cory was wrong for that. You know, he was definitely wrong for that. Yeah. Nothing should have got him to that point. Nothing. I don't care if she hit you or not. You know, nothing should have got him to that point. Yeah, whatever it was too much. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what led to that. I don't know what led to that, but nothing should have got him to that point. And that's like, he went too far with that. Facts. And for her saying that she wasn't going to pursue nothing, I'm wondering why. If she felt that she didn't do nothing, he was wrong, why wouldn't she pursue nothing? Let me see, hold on. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. SBGB TV live call-in show. What's happening?
Yeah, Deezy. Yeah, you talking about Cory and that girl.
Yeah.
Man, okay. I get what you saying, where he shouldn't have did. Well, it's called a saying, when there's a cause, there's an effect. Okay, first of all, she was on Tasha K's show talking about, she was talking real heavy to a man. All this, and then she did, like you said, then she started to my, I was praying for you, for your rest and all that. And like you said, I said earlier on Tasha K, but I ain't type in and none of talk to Tasha. I just said to myself, how in the hell you go from praying to talking shit? I mean, talking stuff. That don't go together.
Yeah.
Now, okay, could he have walked away? Well, yeah, he could. But there again, if you listen to her, she was talking real strong on Tasha, like girl power, all that hip. Well, see, that hip slip shit, stuff will get your beat bopped in your brain by a man. Now, I ain't into men whipping on women's tail, but there it goes. There's a cause and effect.
So you saying she might have talked too strong to a man and he responded?
And he responded because it's the thing of you belittling him. I'm telling I don't know if you watched the Tasha K thing she did, but she was on there talking real strong, how she was trying to tell him this and that about himself. You ain't have no mama. And then Tasha K was sitting there saying, well, you know he don't like women and all that. Well, it seemed like the man liked women to me because he got a line of them that he messed with. And they know about each other. And she used to be on the docket, but he took her off the docket.
Oh, okay. So he used to deal with her?
Yes, that's why he called her on his show. He told this whole story on his live. Now, why is these people bringing it up? Because, okay, now it's a video. Okay, because at first wasn't no video, but Cory had already told the story that he got this stalker, which he was talking about her, and then she tried to take him, took him to court. This court stuff been going on for about 2 years, year to 2 years now, and ain't nothing happened with this situation. It's almost like since him and that fruit bandit got into it, it's almost like another Shannon Sharp moment. That's how I'm taking it.
Okay.
He got into it with the fruit land, and then all of a sudden, between her or somebody, then decided to put this tape out. Why you didn't put the tape out a year or two ago?
Yeah.
It don't go together. And I always tell people, because Cory stands on that manhood thing, he always say he ain't no backdoor and he ain't finna do nothing to get where these other people done got. He fine with his little regular money. He cool with his little regular money. I just said she should have been talking all strong to the dude. And all these women in this chat talking about he don't like women, all that's a lie. He like women. Because he say the backdoor word, well, you know what that stands for. He trying to not get his little podcast canceled.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And then, like you said, then she, okay, tell me how you do this one right here, Deezy. How the hell do you talk? You go from crying, then talking. Girl, keep the scene one way. What the hell, we in a movie?
Yeah.
And then when the dude on that shit, TMZ asked her, "Are you want to do the legal?" What she do? I thought I almost about to go left. I thought the bimbo went and got some coffee, popcorn, or something, because it took a long time. She paused for so long. I said, "What the hell is she doing?"
Yeah.
So it's all there again. You played with that man, and you fucked around and found out, and it is what it is. And now you want to cry wolf. Hey, don't stand in front of no man if you ain't ready to take the consequences, knowing how this man is. So it ain't like you ain't know how this dude is. So, but you stood your ass there because you felt as though you was just as heavy as he was. You got beat by it. It is what it is. And yeah, like I said, I don't believe in men beating on women because I ain't gonna get no ass whipping by no man. But I ain't finna stand there toe to toe no man. And you know, nah. And if I do, it's well, yeah, and things gonna go a little bit different.
Okay.
Things will go a little different for me. Well, she ain't do nothing. She was waiting for them other dudes to do something. With the one little dude named Jamal, whatever. He did a little try to be a Captain Saber, trying to help her. The other ones, they were just trying to dispute the situation. She should have took her ass home. Why y'all there with all them goddamn men anyway? Forget all that. Why is you standing out there in front of that comedy place with all them men? It was only her and some other bimbo out there. Why are y'all standing out there? I don't care if he is comedians. Take your ass home.
Okay.
Why are you standing there with them? And if you wasn't standing there, you could have went home, drunk you some tea, coffee, whatever you do, and chill, smoke you a cigarette, joint, whatever, and being in the comfort of your home without getting beat bopped. But no, she just stood there, degrading the man, degrading the man. I'm telling you, she was telling it on Tasha. But you know, Tasha into that, going on, listening and all that. But then Tasha say, well, yeah, you shouldn't, you shouldn't have did that. Now, I will say Tasha did say that, little poet, what she shouldn't have did, talking it to the man. But then Tasha turned around and did the little, because he don't like women, and he ain't got no mama. He had a damn mama and a daddy. That ain't have nothing to do with the way he is. He the way he is because the way he is. So I don't know, these.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm looking at it, when I see him put his hands on it, that's, out of pocket. Uh, but then he's saying that before, I guess the video that they got out there was starting to record, she put her hands on him. We don't know what's true with that, but we see the video, and Cory's old enough to know that. What I mean? You can't
She
go
is
there.
too. They the same age.
Yeah. They the same
See,
age.
so you can't. No, you can't. No, okay. I'm gonna play devil advocate. It ain't like she 20. She up there looking just as old as this Cory, 57, 58. She seasoned. So she should have took her season ass home. So why was you standing there with all them men? And then you sitting there causing ruckus. You wasn't there talking about you. Well, after you went off on him, tell him how he was all this and that, less of a man and all this and all that now. But then you say you was praying for his wrist and everything. He couldn't wipe his tail and he couldn't do this. Girl, that's why the court system ain't took this nowhere.
And that could be. Yeah.
Because I ain't never known if she was flat out right about everything and everything. It's some underlying info she ain't giving us. But see, if you go listen to Cory, he already gave it a year or two ago. He gave the whole story. And he told that he was in court with the dummy. Because one thing I will say about Cory, he ain't an open book.
I agree. He does say a lot of things, and I think I do vaguely remember him talking about this situation.
See, I watch him, and when he start telling it, well, he just told it all. He told it all, and I don't know. It's some. I just think they trying to get Cory.
Yes, right now. Like I said, when something go viral, they go ahead and find some stuff in your past. Something you're going through.
And that's why I said, man, when they did Shannon Sharp like that, when Cat came on there and exposed everything, they talking about why you ain't stopped Cat. How a grown man gonna be able to stop another grown man?
Yeah.
Then what happened? What's the next thing happened? Everything went down. Everything started happening to Shannon. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But the only thing about it with Cory, this is about the only thing they probably gonna try to drag out. This is about the only one because, like I say, he'll tell you in a minute. There's nothing to hide. He'll talk about anybody, everybody. He do not care. And people know that about him. Men and women. It ain't like he just, I just talk stuff to women. No, Cory talk crazy to men too. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
So that's all I had to say about these. Where there's a cause, there's an effect. She should have went home.
You said she should have went on in the house.
She should have went on in the house after you was there you did your little 30 minutes or however long you was on stage. If you was even, because that's another thing. She never said that she performed.
Right.
I ain't heard that yet.
Right.
So, but I do know some of them come out to support each other, which is cool. But I don't know if she performed or not. But you still was out there amongst, because as you seen on the video, other girl was kind of far back. She wasn't even all that close. But you was in the midst of all wolves. Now, this is how really crazy it look. You in the midst of all wolves. You by yourself. So why was you there? What was the point of you being there? That's how I look at it. So she was the cause, he was the effect. People don't want to accept it. It is what it is, because that is what it is. She should have went home and drunk some coffee or something, tea or something, had some cake. I don't know, but they both could have did different, but it didn't go. It did go different. It just went different for her. It went different for Cory too, but I say I bet she don't stand her ass around on another group of men. But that's for sure. Then she got to understand how she started naming the men that do not like Cory. She named what's his name, Dion Cole. Now he was just on Dion's podcast the other day. I'm sitting there like, now she even be even more messy.
Okay, Cory was on Dion Cole podcast the other day, and she put him into it too.
Yeah, she told Tasha, oh, see, because Dion don't mess with him. She started running a lot of the guys' name who do not mess with Cory. But, well, how in the world was he on? Well, he was on Dion's podcast at Dion's house. So I was in like, so you just gonna, even if let's say hypothetically, if Dion did have an issue or didn't like Cory, well, he had him on his show, and then he had him at his house. It ain't like he was like at some studio or something. No, they was at the house, and you done threw Dion in some mess. Now Cory messing around, called Dion. Oh damn, dang, bro. The broad done said, well, I don't say the other word, but the broad done said, dang, man. That's how you know she's messy. Mm. And she said all this on Tasha K show. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she told a side of the story on Tasha K show, but Tasha K gave her some feedback as well.
Yeah, she was giving her feedback too. Mm-hmm. She was giving her that feedback, girl, like a little, not so strong, but a little girl power.
Okay.
On Tasha, but then, like I said, 1 minute she was doing the crying, and next thing it was like I didn't know what movie I was in. Like she was talking strong and heavy, then you went to crying. Then I'm just like, then she went to talking about the Lord. I'm like, people always want to throw Jesus in this. I don't even know who Jesus, God they serving, but they throw him. I mean, that's how I'm like, these people ain't nothing but some hypocrites. I don't get these. I don't get it, dudes. Mm. Then she went on the slow motion. You go press charges. It's like she went and cooked some chicken or something. Then she decided to answer. I don't even think she even answered the man. Harvey.
Nah, I don't think she answered that either. She was saying that, I guess she's scared to come outside now. It went to that, like, which I don't believe that. But
I don't believe that either.
Yeah, but it's, I just think people try to play on, the people's intelligence with certain things once they, know they want to, make it look a certain way. And, that's the main thing. When people get into something with somebody, they want to act like they're in fear. They can't go somewhere when they've been going somewhere the whole time.
Yeah. Putting extra sauce on it, as the kids say nowadays, putting the sauce on it. Yeah. Girl, you been going outside of Walmart, Target, Sam's, Costco. Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
You ain't afraid of Cory like that. Cory ain't been studying you.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't feel like she's afraid of him, and I feel like she's been doing whatever she's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
But
and he called her a stalker. I forgot about that part on his show. He said, I got this stalker B, and then he just went left field.
Yeah.
You know, when he was telling the story when it first happened.
Yeah.
Because she tried to come out and tell a story. So he felt as though when that Tuesday came, you know how Cory do. He waited till his Tuesday come to do what he needs to do. And he did just that. Came Tuesday and told everything.
Okay.
So I just say I think she's just doing some lying. But you know they're gonna soak it up. And some people trying to compare this to Diddy. This ain't Cory ain't denied not one time he ain't beat Bopper. He ain't denied that. I'm saying this couldn't be the same story. You can't compare the two different situations. The man told on himself. Well, you know, told what happened and tell him how you want to look at it. Diddy said, I didn't do such a thing. Until the video came out, I apologize. Cory ain't finna apologize, ain't gonna nothing.
Yeah, I don't see him apologizing. Definitely don't see him doing that.
No. I said, I don't see how people, like I said, I don't see how people could sit here and compare the two cases because Cory ain't denied nothing. Diddy denied. And he said, I got the money to pay for the court. That's what I'm going to do.